Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time stopping by, what up? Hope you're having a great day. Consider subscribing. 10,000 likes, I will shave my eyebrows. I'm kidding, I'm not that crazy. Also, if you want the hookup on Modern Warfare 2 for a pretty cheap rate, check out g2a.com and use my code ZCTV for 3% off of any game that you want. It's going to be the first link in the description. So you're probably here for two reasons. One, you saw Modern Warfare 2 Remastered in the title and you thought this was official. It's not. Nothing is official about the game. Obviously, I'm not an official source. I'm not Infinity Ward, Activision, or any of those guys. I'm just a YouTuber with big eyebrows who wants to talk about one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, which is Modern Warfare 2. And disclaimer before we get any further into the video, the gameplay is super mediocre. I am not phased Zach Cox TV. I am not phased anything. I am just talking about this Call of Duty that I enjoy, and I've heard some rumors about Modern Warfare 2 being remastered, and I wanted to kind of share my thoughts on that. So I did make a Modern Warfare 2 video back in January talking about 10 things removed from MW2. If you want to check it out, there will be a link in the description. And in that video, the gameplay had nothing to do with that. I used certain parts of random gameplay for just filler footage, so you didn't just hear me talk about anything. You could just kind of watch some gameplay, and it was pretty bad, and that's all people were worried about. Like, they weren't even worried about what the video was actually about, and I just wanted to give that disclaimer this time. I am not playing Call of Duty for gameplay. I haven't played Call of Duty in years, actually. About 2013 was the last time that I, like, religiously played Call of Duty. So the gameplay that you are watching, if you do care about it, is from the Modern Warfare 2 i4WX server on the PC. I used to play Call of Duty on the console. This is another reason I suck, because now I'm playing on the keyboard and mouse and I haven't played too much of it. So it definitely is a learning curve there. Anyways, back on topic to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Let's actually backtrack to 2016 and touch base on COD 4 Remastered first. So this was something the community have wanted for years. A lot of the old heads, the OGs, said, hey, remaster COD 4. It was a great game. It was simple, and that's all we need. So what happened? Well, COD 4 Remastered was released alongside Infinite Warfare in 2016, which was a smart tactic, I would say, on Activision's side. They might have known that Infinite Warfare wasn't going to sell well at all, so they said, hey, these guys want COD 4 Remastered. Guess what? They've got to buy Infinite Warfare to get access to this game. Very smart sales pitch there. I'm not sure how well statistically it paid off. I didn't pay any attention to that. And actually, I never even played COD 4 Remastered. I couldn't get myself back into Call of Duty even to play that. But since this happened in 2016, everybody has wanted their old favorite Call of Duty games remastered. I've even seen some people say, I want Black Ops 2 Remastered. And Black Ops 2, I guess, is going to be 6 years old this year, but it doesn't seem like it is. So it would be cool to see all these old Call of Duties remastered. That's a cool fact right there. And I will say Modern Warfare 2 has always held a special place in my heart. It's very near and dear there, because that was the first Call of Duty game that I got to experience the online multiplayer mode. I was about 13 at the time when the game came out, so I had played the older Call of Duties before. I just never played online, and it was something new to me, and it was super fun. And I will say, I'm going to link another video in the description from Prestige is Key, another popular Call of Duty YouTuber out there. He touched base on this topic really well, and I'm just going to lightly talk about it. He basically talked about how nostalgia and this like nostalgia factor is blinding everybody. They've got their nostalgia goggles on. That's what I have. And you basically remember things in hindsight in a very good way. You don't think of all the bad things. So for me, I think of Modern Warfare 2 as a game that I had like 40 days played total of just gameplay man hours on this game. And I think of all the times that I had good games, all the cool kill streaks I got, the nukes, the just good times I had with my friends, and all the good times I had playing the game, unlocking challenges, titles, and emblems, all this stuff. You think of that. You're blinded by all that, and you don't think of like the noob tubes, all the game-breaking stuff there was, all the things that needed to be patched that never happened. And I'm going to talk about that in a moment. So it was a very good video just discussing that. I'm going to link it down below. But he did have some good points there on how we just remember all the good things and forget about the bad stuff. And that's another thing. I want to just go back to COD 4 real quick and the remaster for that game. It was great. People are still playing it to this day. But one thing that even Prestige talked about in his video was people wanted this. People wanted the remaster. And guess what? We got it, and 2 or 3 months later, those same people were not even playing the game anymore because it was like boring, with the air quotations around that, because people wanted it, you got it, and then that nostalgia factor wore off, and guess what? There was nothing left. People have already experienced this game 10 years ago, a decade ago, and there just wasn't anything fun left to do because everybody knew the maps, everybody knew the unlocks, everybody knew which weapons were the best, and there really wasn't a learning curve with it. So that's the scary thing about Modern Warfare 2. If they do remaster it, it's that we've already experienced it, and I'm sure there's a bunch of you kiddos out there who have probably never even played Modern Warfare 2, and you're probably like, what the heck is this game? It looks like it sucks. Man, this game, alongside COD 4 and World at War, definitely helped pioneer the Call of Duty games, and I would say not make them into what they are today, because this whole jetpack stuff, jumping up all over the ground, definitely isn't what I had in mind for Call of Duty 10 years ago, but it is what it is today. But back then, they were definitely revolutionizing the Call of Duty scene and just the whole first-person shooter scene. So if Modern Warfare 2 is remastered, I can guarantee you we're going to see one thing right off the bat. That is microtransactions. And from people I've talked to, I guess this was a prevalent thing within the Modern Warfare Remaster. So there were different things added in, like new reticles, I guess, and just things that I don't know about and I can't talk about because I haven't played the game. But microtransactions are a thing of the future. Every game has them these days, and I would definitely expect to see something like that within Modern Warfare 2 Remastered if they do, of course, remaster the game. And it's not a bad thing. Maybe we'll get access to new camos, new reticles, titles and emblems, and things like that that the original Modern Warfare 2 did lack. And also, I will say, the reason I'm saying Modern Warfare 2 Remastered in 2019 is because this year, I believe, is Treyarch's turn to put out a Call of Duty game. So next year will be like Raven Software or Infinity Ward. Whoever's making those games now, it's going to be their turn. So 2019 is probably the most plausible year that we're going to see a remaster of Modern Warfare 2, if any at all. And one thing that's been kind of making headlines and kind of backing up supposedly the Modern Warfare 2 remaster rumor is McFarlane Toys. Sometime in 2018 or 19, they're making a promotional action figure set featuring Soap and Ghost, two very prominent characters in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. And it's weird that they would be making these guys now, opposed to 10 years ago when Modern Warfare 2 initially released back in 2009, or I guess it's 9 years. But if they remaster the game, it's going to be a decade old, so kind of like a 10-year anniversary thing. But why make them now? Well, you know, all these years later, it really doesn't make sense there. But that's led a lot of people to speculate that maybe this is the beginning of the Modern Warfare 2 Remaster hype train. These are promotional items being put out to hype the game up. And also, maybe Activision is learning with their mistakes they did with COD 4 and building onto this, and gonna make Modern Warfare 2 Remastered a amazing game. So let's talk about some things that I don't want to see in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. The first one is one-man army noob tubes. This was a game-breaking thing with Modern Warfare 2. Being able to replenish your ammo with this perk that you can use, and it proved to be very, very overpowered, especially with the noob tubes in the game that were very overpowered as well. Somebody could just pull a trigger, shoot a freaking noob tube, and your whole team is dead. And there's a reason why Modern Warfare 2 didn't have things patched in their game after about February 2010. And that's because two of the senior heads at Infinity Ward were actually fired for breaching their contract. I'm not sure what they breached, but they were fired. And this was in March 2010. And in the following months of April and May 2010, guess what? Over 46 of the lead designers and programmers from Infinity Ward ended up resigning as well. So this essentially froze Modern Warfare 2 in time. The game hadn't been patched since then. Nothing has been touched, aside from a few years ago when I believe it was the Muslim community. They were offended by a picture frame in the bathroom on Favela, and it was removed from the game. Other than that, nothing has been touched on Modern Warfare 2. The noob tubes are still there. The tactical insertions are still there. Final Stand is still there. And all these overpowered things in the game that were never nerfed, they're still there. They still coexist within the game. And with the Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, I would hope that they don't remove these things from the game, but they patch them, and we get a better version of the Modern Warfare 2 that we all grew to know and love back in 2009, 2010, and still for the people playing it to this day. Now, those are things that I don't want to see in Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, but some things that I do want to see in the MW2 Remaster would be things like the spinning 10th Prestige emblem. This emblem that nobody knew how to unlock without the use of mods and challenge lobbies in-game. I'm not going to talk about this too much. It's a debate in and of itself, but it has been said before that this emblem cannot be unlocked in a legit manner in-game because the challenge for it doesn't exist, which was the AK-47 Marksman 4 challenge. I believe you'd have to get like 1,000 headshots with the AK-47. That challenge doesn't exist in the game, therefore the spinning 10th cannot be unlocked in-game without mods, of course. But it would be cool if, you know, you could link your gamer tag in some way. If a cloud was implemented to where you link your gamer tag to the Modern Warfare 2 Remaster, and if you had played a certain amount of time or, you know, got first prestige on Modern Warfare 2, the original game, you could unlock the spinning 10th prestige emblem by just linking your account. That's a cool thought right there. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think of that down below in the comments, but I would love to see updated camos, weapons, maps maybe, and like the camos and weapons are things that you could see within the microtransactions, which I touched base on earlier on in the video. I would love to see a gold camo in Modern Warfare 2. That would be great right there. But updated maps, that's another thing I would like to see. Modern Warfare 2 only got 2 DLCs. Usually Call of Duties get 4, and because all the Infinity Ward team left the game inevitably, and because the whole Infinity Ward team pretty much left the game and left the company, we didn't get to see the other final 2 DLC map packs for Modern Warfare 2, and who knows what those would have been. But it would be great to see some of the original maps that were maybe scrapped that never got to see the light of day. Who knows? It's endless when it comes to speculating and theorizing on things. I could go on forever, but I just wanted to touch base on this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, by far my favorite Call of Duty game out there, and I would love to see it remastered. So if you guys would like to see it remastered too, give the video a thumbs up. If we do get any news regarding this, or you want to see me make some more videos like this, in this essence, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you never miss out on another daily video game upload. I upload every single day. And also, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. I'm super excited to see what you guys have to say about that. So, with that said, my name is Zach Cox. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video.